But who won that? Duke won that. Oh, Duke won that. Damn.
Duke.
Wait, that's actually good. That's super cool. There we go. Oh, there's not
All
as
right,
much lag.
thank you for your patience. Believe we're live again.
I hope.
But it's Duke versus Torino. Duke just won round one.
Awesome. That's a Loki. I didn't expect that, but that was a great performance by Duke.
Yeah. I'm excited to see round two and catch more of the action this time.
Yeah. Maybe Torino can bring it back. I know they won their 3v3 round, at least the round that I watched. So
yeah, but that 3v3 round was mostly won during through strategy.
That's true.
Not a lot of robot combat. 1v1, the strategy is definitely there, but just to give you an edge on robot combat, you have to win through robot combat.
That's true. Duke is in blue, and then Torino is in red. Yeah.
Chat, can you let us know? Are we less laggy now?
I hope
Give
we
us
are.
some feedback.
Give us some feedback. We can't really tell.
You don't look laggy to me, Nikhil.
Yeah, you look pretty smooth to me as well, Preston.
Very lifelike.
Very light. Yeah.
All right, but this is Duke in the blue, correct?
Yes.
Torino in the red.
I like the little accents that some of these teams add in their on their robots. It really adds a lot of character.
Taking a look at their heads-up displays. PoliTO Roboto from Torino versus Duke Azurabot.
No lag. That's good to hear. Auto check here.
All right, thank you, Diego, for some feedback. We did miss a round, but worth. We got a lot to go. In 3, 2, 1. Bring on the bots.
All right, very fast start for Duke here. I mean, they're coming out. They're trying to figure out where the red robot is.
Whoa!
Oh, they're peeking the other angle now.
Dude, Torino hit one of those bounce shots, taking Duke down to 190.
Oh, wow. Now they're engaging some more.
Yeah, the next trade going really well for Torino, but staying close is Duke, 140 to 160.
They're really exchanging blows here. Very close. Both robots at the exact same HP, 130 on both sides. They're retreating.
Oh, the peak. Duke gets the peak early.
Are they able to land off shots, though?
They land one.
They land a few. They land a few.
Several.
80 on Torino. Very evenly matched teams here.
These are great. Using the
small
barrier. Edge of the barrier. Torino falls to 30 and is taken out.
Duke takes the
Duke
W.
takes a 2-0.
They win the match.
Wow.
A lot of great strategy by Duke and Torino over there. They were using their peeking. They peeked one side and they rushed over to the other side to peek the other side.
I think 100% that round determinant came from just clicking heads.
Yes.
That was no CV,
nothing.
Driver aim and accuracy. Both bots looked like they had extremely similar levels of functionality, extremely similar levels of robotic engineering level. And so it was just driver skill expression, still super close. Wow, what a great match. I'm glad we got to see that one. Duke looks phenomenal. They've got spinning.
Yes.
Year one looked really clean. They had fine power management. Really well done.
Awesome. I didn't expect that, but they did amazing. That's something that we see. Like I think they have chance to get, like the at least top 10 maybe even. Actually, I don't know, top 10, top 8.
For sure. They're right up there, right up in the middle of the pack. I think, like you said, I would put them on the edge of groups.
Yeah.
Right? So like 10th to 7th maybe?
Yeah.
I feel like as that driver continues to get more practice, perhaps all the way up to 7th place, which would be enough to get you into knockouts.
Yeah.
Chat, the groups are really important because these teams want to make it into knockouts. Not just obviously so that they place better, but so they get to play more matches. For these new teams, time in the cockpit, time on the field is critical. It lets you stress test the robot, do a reliability check, get better at driving, let different drivers practice.
A lot of experience as well that goes into this, right?
And if you're eliminated in groups, if you don't make it to the knockout stage, you basically miss out on at least 2 more matches, and those will be best of 3s. So, I mean, up to 6 more rounds minimum. And, I mean, if you go really far, it's 2 more days of matches that you could be missing out on. So, big incentive for these newer teams, particularly to try and make it out of groups, get that extra practice in.
That's nice. So next up, looking around, I believe we're going to be seeing, WashU versus UT Arlington. Is UT Arlington another 1v1 only team?
I believe so.
Okay.
UT Arlington is a very new team.
Very new.
UT Stampede has been around for a couple of years.
Yes.
But UT Arlington, brand new. Austin now, the city of Austin, Texas, has several teams. So we have UT Austin, we have Austin Community College, and then not in Austin, but also in the University of Texas system, UT Arlington. Combine that with Texas A&M in College Station, Texas can now do like a Southern scrim.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that's true. That's great. They can like help each other out, and like they can get better. They can run their own competition even if they want to. You know.
I'm hoping that next year, maybe the year after, we see the Midwest Conference by Purdue, and then like a
Southern Conference.
Yeah, Lone Star Showdown part. The revival.
That sounds kind of fire.
Well, Nikhil's a little new here to the RoboMasters community. The Lone Star Showdown was what we had in 2021.
Really?
And 2022. A&M hosted both first years.
Oh, okay.
So they had their own branding and logos and such. But I'd love to see them bring it back.
Yeah.
And have A&M host a Texas scrim. Invite anyone. Obviously, maybe Mexico comes up. We've had some teams from Mexico compete in years past, especially in 1v1s.
Okay.
Would be really neat.
Hopefully we can have a bunch of different conferences, and then you come together at the end for like the big end.
So the dream, right? The dream is that RMNA continues to grow at such a pace that we then need regionals for this competition.
Yes.
So you would go to your region, whether that's Midwest or you'd go to the Southern states or whatever it might be, and then you'd come to finals for RMNA 2025 at the end of June, like we have right now. Where we would bring in some of our more international teams, like our Japanese teams, our Italian teams. There's an Australian team cooking.
Okay.
I've heard rumors of a team from the UK.
All right.
We've obviously got NUS. So a lot of teams coming in internationally that would then have the international bracket, similar to what they do for RMUC each year in China.
Oh, sweet. I'm excited.
That's the dream.
That's the dream. But like, compared to last year to this year, how many additional teams have joined? Do you know off the top of your head?
So joined is tough, Nikhil. I don't know off the top of my head. We have 29 teams competing this year, but that's how many teams made it here. As chat is great at pointing out, it's really tough to make it here.
That's true.
So that doesn't include, we have way more than 30 teams that try the midterm assessment, that have started teams and are working on bots, but are struggling to get that level of functionality necessary to be at competition.
Okay.
So a lot of these first-year teams, it's their first year with bots that are competition ready, or that are at least competition legal.
Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, there seems to be a little bit of technical difficulty on the field, so it might be a little bit longer of a delay until we get onto this round, at least. Yeah.
Got some cheers in the chat for UT Arlington.
Let's go.
Yeah, I'm really excited for them. Like I said, I want the Texas teams to be strong so that they can scrim against each other. It's difficult to scrim, obviously, if you're struggling to get your robot ready by June.
That's true.
To be able to have good scrims, you need to pretty much be mechanically and software-wise done in like March or April even. And that takes a pretty high-level team. So excited to see where UT Arlington's starting from. And, if they're able to kind of
push their
move
way
up a little extra quicker. Yeah.
That's been nice.
RMNA is definitely an accelerating vehicle.
Yes.
The first-year teams of 2021 don't look like the first-year teams of 2025. And we just saw Duke look phenomenal.
Yeah, that was insane performance by Duke.
Same thing with like NUS a couple years ago, just came in, immediately was top 8.
And then now their fire rate is crazy. Their robots are crazy. Very cool to see.
Volunteers kicking the walls back into place, making sure the field is back in
Oh,
regulation.
Hopefully the walls don't move now.
Yeah. The field is quite small.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you were talking about things that could change. It would
Bigger
be
field?
neat, slightly. Like maybe just one more panel. So go from like 8 meters by 8 meters to like 9 by 9.
9 by 9. Maybe like I've been seeing like the 3v3 has like new bumpy terrain. Maybe that would help here too. Like some bumpy terrain in the middle.
In the middle, yeah. It could be cool. Excuse me, I misspoke. It is not 8 meters. I think it's closer to 5.
Oh.
Yeah. But, you know, same standard. Bump it up by like 10%, 15%. Could be cool.
Very interesting. Very cool. Yeah. While we're waiting, chat, let us know which teams you're rooting for. It doesn't have to be the next 2 that are coming up. Maybe if it's another team coming up later today. I think in this half we have like 3 more matches after this one. So yeah, pretty good.
I mean, I've been really impressed by most of the bots we've seen today. All of them, I've been impressed with just the level of engineering and ingenuity that goes into them. Functionality-wise, we've seen some really, really clean bots. I think back to that CU round, the accuracy was insane. As Ascension Robotics from SFU, looks like they're entering the field. Let's take a peek.
Shout out for UT Arlington in the chat.
So this is SFU versus Austin Community College. So this should be Ascension Robotics versus Fang Robotics.
I see. We skipped one match before, so we're just replaying that match now. Schedule should be on track after this match at least. So yeah, it is Austin Community. Fang versus Ascension, as we said.
Fang Robotics, a new team this year. Like I said, from Austin Community College.
And SFU, we've seen for a while. At least.
Yes, yeah. Ascension has been active in the community and participating in RoboMasters for a few years now.
Here we go. We see both robots entering. Those are foam rubber. Are those pool noodles as the bumpers?
Hey man, off-the-shelf products, high
ROI,
repairability.
You know?
Yeah.
Actually, pool noodles are probably pretty good for bumpers. That's what they use.
You know, we've seen a lot of standards take self-inflicted wall damage, so I'm here for the pool noodles.
This could prevent that from happening.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Got some cheers in the chat for ACC.
Let's go, ACC. Let's see if we can get some closer looks on the robots here. We're not unable to see anything.
Yeah, it's just from the back.
This is even worse. But we'll go back. There we go.
Take a peek at their heads-up displays. It is an option for teams to be able to modify their heads-up displays.
I think this looks pretty standard, no?
Oh, okay, UW.
Just say,
this is not standard. This is a brand new team whose HUD says auto aim.
Oh, they have auto aim.
It says flywheel, spin up, and auto aim on there.
I didn't see that part.
This is more of what a blank canvas would look like. Totally sufficient, right? You do get some elements from the OB, from the referee system directly, such as your fire rate, your projectile allowance.
Yeah. Sure.
SFU, I mean, look at that movement. So clean.
Very smooth.
Yeah, good snap.
Wait, I'm interested about this auto aim.
We'll see.
We'll see.
We'll make sure to pop in and out of his view and see if he's cooking.
Yeah. First year team having an auto aim is very impressive. Any type at least.
All right, preparation period. Here we go.
A lot of love for UTA in the chat.
This is ACC versus Ascension Robotics in 3, 2, 1. Bring out the bots.
Oh, very
Some Beyblade from first-year team Fang Robotics.
nice.
Oh my goodness.
Damage.
Yeah, SFU taking a big lead there at that first trade.
Oh, crazy power spikes from Fang right now. Actually, both teams are pretty have a
Ascension taking some damage. Fang Robotics strikes back. Pretty even trade. Uh-oh. SFU able to just absolutely unleash, and Fang is eliminated.
Oh.
Looked like perhaps ACC had a drive issue there at the end, or just decided they wanted to stand and punch.
Yeah,
an option.
Maybe, yeah, it's possible they thought they could outfire.
Those first two trades went really well, though, for both teams. They looked really good. The movement looked great. Fang Robotics was able to deal some damage, which is phenomenal. First-year teams, you want to see that. It sounds simple, right? Deal some damage. And in any video game, yeah, it would be. But getting to the video game part of RoboMasters means that you have passed the whole engineering part.
And the engineering part is a big feat. It's a crazy barrier. It's really hard to get through.
Yeah, so the fact that they were able to combine the robot didn't jam, the robot was able to move, aim, launch projectiles within the rules.
We saw Beyblading as well.
Yeah, just dealing some damage to your opponent, especially against a team like SFU, that's great. It's a really impressive start for ACC.
And we're probably going to see them improve as the matches go on, you know.
I hope so. I think they've got a strong enough foundation from here that they can combine a little bit of just driver practice with some more software debugging and cleaning up.
Yeah.
It looked like they have everything mechanically working great. The spin to win, the aiming, the firing. SFU looked clean. As soon as the opponent stopped moving, they absolutely melted them. That'll work really well for them in the 3v3.
Yeah, we saw how smooth their driver cam was as well. You know, moving perfectly. I don't know, perfect.
Good snap.
Very
so
snap.
that driver cam snap is a well-tuned control system.
Yes.
Is what we're describing here.
Yeah.
You don't want overshoot. You don't want oscillation, right? No matter what kind of control algorithm or control methodology they're using, you're still always trying to get that short rise time, low overshoot, low oscillation control. We should be diving in now.
10 seconds before the auto check. Oh no, it's an auto check.
Yeah, we are in auto check.
Nice. Yeah, hopefully ACC could get a little bit more damage off this time. I think
I'm gonna try something. I want to ride in the red robot this time.
All right.
I think Ascension looks smooth enough. I want to take it for a spin.
We'll take a look how get a view into the the mind of the driver, you know. See how let's see if we can tell what type of decisions they're making.
Right now they're making a decision to perhaps make a technical timeout.
Oh.
Looks like it's a peripheral. Maybe a cable or a mouse that just needed to be swapped out.
I see.
Nikhil, this match is going to be close.
It is going to be close.
I think Ascension, clearly won with a very large health lead at the end.
Yeah.
But down to 160 health, they were neck and neck.
Yeah, that's true.
So
until the midpoint of the match, they were pretty neck and neck.
Yeah. So if ACC, I don't know what happened. I don't know why they stopped moving, but if they're able to maintain that same level of motion, it could have been that their chassis power was cut due to power overdraw.
That's true. We did see their peaking.
They were peaking pretty high.
Yeah. Yeah.
Looked like it was a remote control cable. You saw it blink red in the bottom left-hand corner, and now is green with 3, 2, 1. Bring on the bots.
Awesome. Okay.
In the cockpit of Ascension Robotics, you could see the top of the enemy robot, and it looks like ACC
is firing, but they're not moving.
Yeah, they're having some chassis movement problems. But look, SFU down to 180 now after accidentally ricocheting itself. Taking some pot shots.
Pot shots. Oh, they're able to move now. ACC moving. We don't know how much health they're at.
Ooh. SFU still at 180 health, peeking the wall.
SFU just trying to find.
Oh, it's a really good trade for Ascension.
It looks like Ascension is like about a.
And they found a sweet spot. They were able to see the armor panel they should have taken. Now ACC very low, I expect. Should only need a few more projectiles from Ascension Robotics. And there it is. Round 2 going the way of SFU, but a competitive match. Good rounds. Really impressive from ACC so early in their RoboMasters journey.
That's true. Yeah, it looked like they had a little bit of a like startup issue, but you know they were able to start moving towards the end of the round, which is good.
And those should be very fixable things. That means whatever problem it is, I mean, it might not. It's probably not a very difficult error to fix. It might be difficult to know which error it is, but fixing it probably not very time or cost or expensive.
As we talked about, you know, like software debugs are like you can iterate through them faster than like a mechanical issue. So like I think the I think this seems to be a software issue because when we see the robot moving, it was moving properly, and then when it was firing properly too. So maybe it's just trying to tune everything together. But yeah, that was a nice match by UTA versus. That was a good performance. Up next, now I think we have.
Well, just hold on, because I'm looking at the shirts and it looks a little different than when you have in the Excel sheet. So,
oh no.
Before you announce and rile the crowds, chat is really hoping it's UT Arlington versus Woostel.
Ooh.
WUSTL.
Woostel. Woostel is WashU, right? If I'm not wrong.
Probably WashU.
All right. Correct me if I'm wrong, chat. Let me know. There we go. Yes. It is UT Arlington. Error 404 versus WSTL or Ursa works. Yeah. WashU.
Exciting, chat. You've all been waiting for this moment so much. 1v1 YouTube support for UT Arlington.
We'll see how it goes. I'm excited. I'm excited to see the robot. I'm excited to see what these teams have cooked up. Ursa Works we've seen before. UT Arlington. I don't know. I don't think I've ever seen them as well.
They're brand new.
Brand new. Okay.
But with this much support from chat, I can't see any way that this goes poorly.
Yeah, this has to go well.
Has to go well.
Has to go well.
It's in the script.
It's in the script. Whoever the script writers are, I know they've been cooking.
Pretty influenced by chat.
Yes.
Isaac sounds really mad over at 3v3. I'm just kidding. He's doing a mic test.
He's doing a mic test.
All right, chat. Look at these bots coming onto the field. That's the Fang. Never mind. That's Fang Robotics emptying projectiles from the chassis. So this is something that happens because there's projectiles not only on the field but being launched physically at your robot. They will get everywhere. I moved this last year, Nikhil.
Oh.
Yes. It's like my third move since I was on a RoboMasters team.
Yeah.
And when I moved into my garage of my new house, I found 17mm projectiles from like 2019.
Okay.
Yeah, they're everywhere. They're like sand.
They get it.
And I know the age of them because they had different colors. I have black ones.
Oh.
They're really sticky. I don't know if you've seen them.
I have.
They have a tendency to jam your robots a bit more than the white or the glow projectiles. So they were discontinued, but they were very visible, which was nice.
The black ones were very, very visible.
The black ones were very visible.
Really?
Against the gray floor.
Oh, that's true. Yeah. That's true.
Yeah, for the viewers, it was much easier to see, but had a tendency to jam.
Unfortunate. I think the robots are gonna get on soon. Sorry for the shaky cam. We're kicking. Volunteers are kicking the walls back into place.
Doing a ready check with the teams. Got the thumbs up.
Big thumbs up.
And now entering the fields. Got UT Arlington in the blue. WashU in red.
All right. Take a look at these robots here. What do we see? I see in here. Blue robot. Blue is UT Arlington.
Uh-huh.
Blue robot is. Oh wait, never. I'm looking at both robots are glowing blue right now.
Yeah, they'll get that sorted. The referees are
Yeah.
gonna notice here in a second. Yeah, the referees have picked it up. Nikhil, you're a little ahead of the game.
My bad, my bad.
WashU, luckily, we're really quick setting up, so they still have a minute left. There's plenty of time to reset their ID as a red robot. 2 blue bots would not a match make.
Yeah, but I would throw a lot of auto aim off if they have auto aim. There we go. See the red team turning red now. The blue robot looks very nice though. It's very clean design. At least from what I can see from up here.
There we go. Good initialization. Hoping to see both of those little disconnect icons go away and health bars appear.
There we go. Oh.
Go, red robot is
red
connected to
robot.
the server and online.
We'll see if blue
Take a little peek.
to.
Its modules aren't happy yet.
Oh no. That's a lot of red.
That's all right. They will they'll switch over during the ref system initialization.
That's online. Blue is still not online.
UT Arlington. UT Arlington's bot's still not connected. Oh, there we go. UT Arlington. Oh,
let's take a look at there.
There we go. Now connected.
They have a very similar HUD as the as ACC.
Here's some squeaks coming from the field right now.
Is that this field? I can't tell if that's this field or some other field.
I don't know.
We'll see.
All right, the long-awaited UT Arlington versus WashU. UT Arlington in the blue, WashU in the red.
Cat has been waiting for this for a while. 3, 2, 1, begin.
Oh, good movement.
Go. Lost a few of their ammo. Oh, nice firing as well.
Yeah, we saw 1 or 2 projectiles over speed, but that's not too big of a deal. UT Arlington and WashU both a few feet out of their starting zones. And this is going to be a stand and shoot. Once they get in view, each of these teams is just going to unload.
Yeah.
And there it is. UT Arlington should now be able to have a
There we go. Get into this.
From the center. The current launch speed exceeds the limit for UT Arlington's 17mm projectiles. They will have to turn those down for future rounds.
I don't know if that prevents them from getting any points, though.
Well, I believe it's stopping them from being able to continue firing.
Oh, I see. Oh.
Head referee has suspended the game. I'm going to stare at head referee Derek, and he's going to...
They did not couch a bug.
Okay, Washington University had a client issue. It didn't capture the mouse.
So we're restarting the game.
They'll be restarting the match. All right, but this gave us a first look of a
little bit of
little
insight.
preview, if you will.
Yeah.
At UTA, they've got driving, they've got shooting. Their projectile speed was coming in at like 25.7. It's so close. So let me inform you, because you joined the University of Washington as a very seasoned team.
Yeah.
So y'all probably haven't dealt with overspeed projectile issues.
No.
But here's the way that this sometimes happens to new teams. You tune your flywheel speed. As a new team, you don't take feedback on speed monitor from the ref system. You just tune your flywheel speed.
And you're like, it should be roughly enough. Yeah.
Sure. Especially for 1v1s because it doesn't change.
Yeah.
You guys are used to it, the fact that it used to change. It doesn't change in 3v3 anymore either.
Yeah.
But it used to be you had to level it up, right?
That's true.
Now that it's static, a lot of teams just have one like speed that they're spinning their flywheels at. The tendency is to go as fast as you are allowed to, because then your projectiles fly faster. You're more likely to actually hit. They fly a little straighter for you. What I identify as the problem child is the battery level. So when you tune it and then you measure the ball velocity, you're like, oh, sick, at this speed, but then you put a new battery in and they spin a little faster, and now you go a little over speed. So Texas A&M used to have a problem where, like, there was a year where we would put in 3 out of 4 line full batteries. You put in a 75% full battery, the robot worked great.
Perfect. Yeah.
But if you put in 100%, it was not tuned properly. So I would suspect, based on the fact that the velocity is like 0.7 meters per second over the allotted limit, that UTA probably has a similar issue happening. So it might go away on its own as the round progresses.
Yeah.
And in the future, they should really just tune it down. For the first year, just tune it down to like 20.
True.
You won't be min-maxing the velocity of the balls, but you will be allowing yourself to fire as fast as you can.
That makes sense.
Like as many rounds per second as you can, instead of getting stopped by referee modules.
Yeah, hopefully we'll see. I think your intuition is correct. I feel like we're going to see that like later in this match, or even in round 2. That they will be able to fire a few more projectiles.
Keep an eye on it.
Yeah. There we go.
Oh, they're in. They're going.
Very fast start.
Yeah. The movement looking a bit more confident from the University of Texas at Arlington.
Hopefully the mouse input is going through for. Oh, they got a shot off on.
UT Arlington lands a shot onto WashU, takes the lead. Both robots now extremely close. You can see that shot still exceeded the speed limit.
Yes.
Based on the head movements, I'm a little worried that yeah, 26.5.
That's far higher.
Just a little over. And now both teams at 190.
Both got one shot off.
I don't know. Nikhil, I think if I'm UTA, I think I just drive around in circles for the next 50 seconds, and then the last 5 seconds you try to land one.
Probably. Or try to land one now and just run around.
Sure. Oh, no, down to 180 now.
Oh.
One hit, one shot from the side of WashU.
The accuracies are going to either be really high this game or very low. Either one.
Yeah. 33 seconds left in the match. 30 seconds remaining. UTA is down, but they might not know. So from this point of view, they can't tell that they're down by 10 HP. They don't know they need to rush.
Yeah.
But with 18 seconds left to go, if they want to take round 1, they would need to be more aggressive right now. Oh, it's so close.
Very close.
10 seconds remaining.
They got to rush in.
This last shot has to hit. 6 seconds left to go.
Oh!
A good volley fired, but I believe the barrel overheat might be what's doing the damage. Derek, is that barrel overheat damage? Because I don't think they got hit there.
All right, first round goes to WashU, but maybe the second round will look a little different.
If UT Arlington has like a half-dead battery,
they should use that.
They should swap it in. Just put in a mostly dead battery, see if that helps. You don't have time to tune anything right now. They don't have the opportunity to, change up. Yeah, to flash code again. I mean, it's not enough time, but it looks like they are swapping it out. Hopefully, it's not for a fresh battery. If that's a fresh battery, this problem is gonna just get worse.
Oh yeah.
Well, not worse, but it's just gonna stay.
It's gonna stay. It's gonna stay
I think
persistent.
we're gonna hop back and forth between driver perspectives to keep an eye on projectiles fired. Because I have a sneaking suspicion that UT Arlington actually did more damage that round, but then hurt themselves with barrel overheat, and then lost the round because of barrel overheat damage. That's my suspicion.
That'd be very unfortunate, actually.
Yeah.
So we have blue connected to the game. We'll see when red will connect.
Come on, UT Arlington. They're so close.
They're
close. Like
they can win this game.
Inches away from having a really good first match.
Yeah.
It still looks good. This is a foundation that I'm pumped for. They can fix this real quick today and look really nice in their next 1v1s. They've got all the functionality that they need in this first match.
Yes.
WashU struggling quite a bit. I don't think they were really firing projectiles.
Yeah.
A little, not the performance I was expecting based on their previous years. Hopefully it was something silly and simple, like Purdue. Maybe they forgot to turn on flywheels.
Yeah.
Who knows?
A lot of improvement for that could happen between the rounds. As we said, that there was like a remote control issue before. It could have been the same thing or a very similar issue. So at that point, it's just a wire change.
You can see on the right side, projectile allowance. Each robot is allowed 200 projectiles per round. So that's how we'll check where the damage is coming from. That'll tell us if WashU is firing at all.
Yeah.
Yeah. Get ready. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring on the bots. UT Arlington versus WashU.
Jumping right in. UT Arlington's very aggressive this time around. Oh, laggy.
Yeah, WashU is firing projectiles. There we go. We could see it firing and hitting the wall.
Their power limit is exceeding.
Chassis power limit versus speed monitor module. Both teams fighting the referee system. But right now, 200 HP to 200 HP.
Oh, did we get some shots up?
WashU was firing at the wall. UT Arlington not fired yet this round. They've got to choose their shots so carefully.
We don't know if the problem still persists. We haven't seen any shots being fired yet.
WashU firing all of the projectiles so far this round. It seems like UT Arlington perhaps jammed. You could see him starting to wiggle the mouse a bit. That's typically driver behavior when a hopper is jammed.
Oh, and there we got some shots off.
WashU lands a hit onto UTA.
190 to 190. I think that's some damage from either like a self shot or like some chassis overpower.
Yeah, UTA is still not fired yet this round, so it is a different cause. But they have no way of knowing this, right? Like UT Arlington does not know that the game is currently tied.
They don't.
They do know that they were hit with a projectile. They know their own health.
Oh, there we go. They're trying to unjam.
Yeah, it was a good bump. That was a good bump.
Yeah. That's a very common strategy, trying to bump into a wall to unjam your... Oh, I think they started firing?
It did. It worked. Yeah. UT Arlington now able to fire, still over speed.
But now they could get some damage off, which is really good.
Seconds left in the round. 190 to 190. 3,
They can't take any damage now.
1.
Draw. Wait, what do we do in a draw?
Does this go down to robot weight?
It goes down to robot weight.
The lighter robot wins I believe in a 1v1 draw of HP.
Okay.
This was the weight at inspection. So projectiles in the hopper, irrelevant. It is how much did the robot weigh when it was inspected for this match?
Radio comms are coming in right now.
Welcome to the biggest loser, RMNA 2025. Whoever's number is lower on the scale at inspection will be the round winner. We're calling inspection on the radio, getting the official weights from each bot.
based on looks, who do you think is going to be the lighter bot?
It's so hard to tell because UT Arlington has these external panels that prevent me from seeing the inside of the bot.
It's it seems that like overall just like red team just seems a little bit smaller.
Size wise, I agree with you.
Maybe
Footprint,
density, you know,
yeah.
like it could just be like
Well,
a
and
chunky.
material, right?
Oh yeah, it's true.
So it could be. I mean, the black color of UT Arlington looks more like a TPU or a carbon fiber, whereas I see some silver, some aluminum bumpers on the side of WashU.
Yeah.
Derek is going to tell me the weights. We're going to announce them. It's going to be super hype.
It's gonna be super hype.
Bated breath right now for the weight of the WashU and the UT Arlington robots.
Everyone is waiting. Ursa works. You think we could ask some of the team members if they're around here how much their robot weighs?
What? Yes, they're not important right now.
We're trying to figure this out.
Pat, you're catching some of the refs here, trying to communicate clearly with the inspection team to get those weights. We need the official weights of each bot. Okay, so after this round, though,
What do we have next?
we'll be going to Virginia Tech versus UCSB.
Ooh.
That's University of California, Santa Barbara.
Yes. Versus Virginia Tech. Virginia Tech also a very strong team.
Oh yeah, yeah. This one should go the way of VT pretty clearly.
Yeah.
UCSB a very new team. Virginia Tech, I mean, considered by some to be the favorites for the event this year.
Ooh. I'm excited. I'm excited. Don't jinx
So,
us. No,
yeah.
no caster curse.
Ooh.
All right, so we have numbers from Derek,
500 grams.
and now they're getting accuracy.
They're
Let
getting
me
accurate. They're
yeah,
close. It's close.
The weight to the 500 grams. Is that correct?
but Virginia Tech versus UCSB. Virginia Tech should win.
Yes.
Like it
goes
should.
right.
Yes, but this will be an opportunity for us to see functionality at UCSB and see how they'll fare against some of these newer teams. So Swiss Brackets allows the newer teams to play against each other.
That's true.
And will allow teams like Virginia Tech and Colorado to meet each other and have their own style of games, right? The gameplay will be very different.
That's true.
So when we're looking at UCSB, keep in the back of your mind teams like UT Arlington.
Yeah.
Is there going to be a competitive match there? How's UCSB look in comparison to WashU or UCSD, right? Some of these mid-tier teams or newer teams.
I know that the 1v1 only teams already did the practice match like against each other, which is it's a very good opportunity to practice just like teams on their own caliber.
It's one of my favorite things about the bracket system of 1v1s because with the 3v3 bracket, if you get into a group like Group B, you don't really get a chance to play against the team on your same level if you are a newer team. If you're a first-year team in Group B,
I'm really sorry for you.
Yeah, you won't get a lot of drive time. Like you're gonna get killed a lot. You're gonna be playing Gray Screen Simulator.
Oh man.
But it's toughy.
Yeah.
But in 1v1s, not only the bar, right, we've talked about a little bit lower, but also the bracket a bit more friendly.
And then the matches are also a little bit faster, so you can get more time. You play a lot more matches in 1v1. So the drivers get a better experience as well. Do we get the weights? I think we got the weights.
UT Arlington takes round 2. By a kilogram and a half, UT Arlington is the winner of round 2.
Let's go UTA.
Congratulations, UT Arlington.
What's the max weight of the robots? Do you know that?
It used to be 25 kilograms. Might be 20 kilograms.
Okay.
I'd have to look in the robot specifications manual.
All right. But yeah, very cool, very cool. UCA takes the dub. That will put them up. I think it's a 1-1 now. So that will put them up. They're probably gonna get a few better matches in. Yes, a lot of UTA hype in the chat.
I'm so excited for their next match.
Yes.
Honestly, UTA looked like on the cusp of doing really, really well.
Yeah.
They're just firing too fast.
That's the
like
only
this is
issue.
a team that I might just go chat with them in the pit and see if I can bestow some
No.
old Robomaster wisdom.
A little bit of wisdom.
Yeah, some 30-year-old Robomaster's knowledge, you know?
Preston, you're like the wise wizard now.
No, I'm just the one that knows how to use broken robots. I
see,
played back in the olden days, back when 2021 days, when the robots' functionality was low for most teams.
I see. So yeah.
Up next, we have Virginia Tech versus UCSB, I believe.
Yes. Virginia Tech versus UCSB. Yeah, that is correct. So that's Robo Grinder versus Gauchos? Gauchos. I think there could be a good pun out of Gauchos.
Could be.
Gauchos knows. But yes.
Off the lights when y'all.
Are we?
Ready to
Shout outs
rumble.
for Chris in the chat from UTA. I believe we have VT UCSB. I'm hearing that perhaps there's a forfeiture in one of our other matches, but then we will have UMN versus Georgia Tech. Look, I have said a lot of things over the years, and one of the things that I've said is that Georgia Tech doesn't exist.
Oh.
I haven't seen them, Nikhil. They've had different issues. Their robots have been lost in shipping. Their flights were delayed one year.
Oh, wow.
So I have yet to actually physically see Georgia Tech in the last 2.5 years, something like that.
Are they here today?
I've been told they're here. I've been told they've passed inspection. I've been told that they are physically here. I don't think I believe it until I see them with my own eyes. I think it's fake news.
Okay.
So that's the story behind that story of
we never see Georgia Tech.
Dude, I don't know where Georgia Tech is. I'm so excited though if they're actually here. They've been cooking for like 3 years.
Yes. 3 years underground. No one knows what's
underground,
up to.
Bro. They're about to roll up, take down the whole competition.
They're about to win everything.
Oh yeah, win it all.
They've been studying, you know.
University of Minnesota rolling up.
Rolling in. Oh, their robots look very
cool.
cool.
They got some
the angled panels.
Bro, the hoppers this year are massive.
Yes.
Oh my goodness.
They're making the most of the space.
Yeah, definitely maximizing the space as we see our next two teams hop onto the field. That will be Virginia Tech Robo Grinder in the red and the University of California Santa Barbara in the blue.
As we see, like, there's a lot of Texas teams. Maybe there's going to be a lot of California teams in the future as well. All right, there we go. We have the teams entering the field.
Really high expectations for VT this year. Their super caps have been crazy.
All right.
As soon as that checkered flag waves, you just watch how fast this robot moves.
Take a look into the blue POV, see what the robots are seeing.
UCSB. Whoa!
Oh!
Those projectiles looked colored almost.
Yeah. Why? I thought they looked black.
Maybe they were just half glowing.
Yeah.
But that's great. UCSB has hurt itself. not the first team to accidentally ricochet itself during the setup period.
60 seconds.
1 minute left in the setup period.
There we go.
That was
Red
really
Robot is
good.
online now.
I mean, other than they weren't supposed to be shooting at that time,
yeah.
UCSB, that looks clean.
Yeah. Are you not allowed to shoot during the setup period?
You can shoot like into a net or a bucket, but because there's humans on the field,
I see.
yeah, there's some safety concerns. You can see Robo Grinder with a blue armor panel in their hands. 35 seconds left in the setup period, initializing their CV.
30 seconds left. Still on the field. Oh,
see all the extra heads-up display here from Virginia Tech.
20 seconds left. It's CV. Oh, their CV's on lock. 8, 7, 6.
I don't know. Hopefully the CV is on lock. I mean,
they turned it off.
They should be okay.
I don't know what ABC is, but it's off.
Oh my goodness!
They have a Beyblade.
Look where they're aiming. You think they're going to try and take that shot? 5, 4,
oh my
3,
goodness.
2, 1. Virginia Tech versus UCSB.
They're
they are going to try and take that shot. Did they hit any?
Did they miss?
No, they did not. They did not. As Virginia Tech makes their way over to the blue side of the base, takes about 2/3. All the way.
All the way. We're just lagging.
And returns to base.
Wow.
All right, Virginia Tech.
All right, Virginia Tech.
They've got a Purdue duck on their robot. It's very kind. Some camaraderie between teams. So there is something to be said for keeping your matches short and sweet if you are a team like VT for your 1v1 early bracket.
Really?
Just get it. Yeah, get in and get out.
Yeah.
You got other things to work on.
That's
you
true.
got sentries to be working on, things to be tuning up.
That's true.
Additionally, the longer you just drive around in circles in the 1v1 arena, the higher chance you have of running into walls, decapitating your robot, driving over weird projectiles, and just shaking things up. Right? I mean, it's runtime.
That makes sense.
That reliability percentage doesn't change, but the number of hours you put on the bot, you can lower those miles, you know?
That's true. Putting less miles on the engine, you know, like for a car.
So, I mean, there's benefits to both. There's limit testing and, maybe, I mean, if you have it on there, maybe you want to just use like full CV this time and see if it still wins. Yeah, but
we'll see. This time I want to take a look at blue team. I don't think we were able to see exactly what they were doing, but because we saw some movement. I don't know if they fired any projectiles though, so we have to check that out.
We can take a peek from the perspective of UCSB this round. 40 seconds left in the preparation period. So after this round, it will be the University of Minnesota versus Georgia Tech. There are 2 robots over there. Nikhil, I think one of those might be Georgia Tech.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I guess they are here then.
It's a historic moment for me, individually.
Individually?
Yeah.
Okay.
We'll
it's a historic moment for them too. They haven't competed for the past 3 years. There we go. 199 projectile rounds. We know that UCSB can
fire rate was good. Yeah, UCSB looking clean.
Looking nice.
Preparation period is ending.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring on the bots. There we go. A little bit of movement from UCSB.
Uh-oh.
Oh, it seems like when they're Beyblading, they also spin around. Oh.
Yeah, it looked like they had an issue where they tried to activate Beyblade, and then when they turned off Beyblade, they lost control of the yaw of their gimbal. Virginia Tech in a quick 2-0 round duration, 10 seconds. Not quite as short as some of those CU rounds, but
yeah.
Congratulations, Virginia Tech. Excited to see them progress through 1v1s and 3v3s this year.
Congratulations.
And now, the long-awaited,
Georgia Tech.
much anticipated Georgia Tech
versus University of Minnesota. I don't think I've seen either of these teams play before.
I sure hope the University of Minnesota doesn't tie with Georgia Tech because their bot. There's no way it's lighter. That thing is huge,
Bonkers.
huge.
Look at their
There
bot.
is a Chungus among us, and it is
And it is their bot.
University of Minnesota robot.
That might be
So-
at the max height, like not max height, but the max like size of the robot.
I have taken a peek at the robot when they load it, and I note that it is at half battery.
Oh,
Could be on purpose, could be on accident. I don't know.
well. Is Minnesota another new team? No, right?
They're newer.
Newer.
I think this is their second year.
Okay. And are they doing 1v1s only, or they're also doing 3v3s?
I believe they are 1v1s only.
Awesome. So I guess by the end of this match, we'll see all of the 1v1 only teams, and we can see how they're doing. So far, Duke is doing great, I'd say.
Duke looks great.
Duke looks amazing.
I think UT Arlington's right on the cusp.
Yeah.
I think their problem is probably the most fixable.
That's
Their
true.
movement looked good. Their aiming looked good.
Just that firing rate.
Just the firing rate. Should be an easy switch. UT Austin looks headless.
Oh.
That's a toughie.
Unfortunate.
Not a first year team, but
Yeah.
just kind of
Just headless.
recapping. A&M looked tough. They got some things to fix, but unfortunately, like the things they need to fix aren't huge.
Yeah.
But it's been the same thing they need to fix for a little bit now this week. So I'm a little bit nervous that perhaps it won't be something they can fix in the next 12 hours.
But, you know, a sleepless night and just engineering, they might be able to get it done. There we go.
David versus Goliath. Not in skill, but definitely in size. Georgia Tech, a very small, sleek-looking robot. Maybe I have seen it before. Maybe it was just hiding.
Who was hiding?
I'm so pumped. I'm so pumped I get to commentate a Georgia Tech match. I've been waiting.
Years. Preston has been winning years.
Years in the queue.
Yeah, they've been waiting years to play as well.
I know.
Heavily
Each year.
anticipated. Yes.
Can't let you inside.
Both the teams getting prepared. University of Madison versus Georgia Tech.
Georgia Tech. All right. They're getting some safety glasses on the pit crew here before they can set up.
University of Madison just sent someone out of the room. They need something. Intrigue.
Now you are ready. Is the red team ready? Oh, okay. Never mind.
Red team is not ready. It's like that moment, Nikhil, when you're with your mom at the grocery store and you're in the checkout line and then you realize you forgot something. And so then like your mom runs to go get the thing, but you don't have a credit card.
Yeah.
And now you're just standing there awkwardly looking at the checkout person. That's what's happening right now.
Yes.
The University of Minnesota is here with the robot at the edge. They're at the checkout counter looking at Derek, the head ref. But they already sent their mom back to go get the Cheetos. So as soon as the University of, as soon as the University of Madison brings those Cheetos back, we'll be just fine.
Yeah. What is happening? I know you're heavily anticipating this.
Oh, I am, man.
You're heavily anticipating this, and there's more delays happening.
So I actually have fairly high expectations for Georgia Tech's robot this year.
Okay.
Last year their robot got lost. The year before that, the team's flights got delayed, so they missed the whole competition. The year before that, they
competition. They missed the flights.
The year before that, they did arrive at the competition. They checked in, but then they never arrived at the venue.
Where did
I didn't
they go?
see them. I don't know. We're going to do an interview later because it's been like 3 years since I've seen Georgia Tech, but I know they've been cooking because they've been working on it each year. So I'm very excited to see what they've got because like when it's a new team, I kind of have a feel for what they'll have, right?
Yeah, but we don't know what's happening.
I mean, a 3-year-old team, that should be like UT Austin, even like an SFU, could be like an NUS. Those are all like 3-year-old teams.
Yeah.
Could be crazy.
Dang.
Versus
Georgia Tech
the massive University of Madison, or excuse
Minnesota.
me, Minnesota.
They're conquered. They're ready. They're ready.
I wonder if it was a new battery. I wonder if they realized that their battery was half dead.
Oh,
and
it
they
was not
needed
on
to run back.
purpose.
I don't know. Could be. It's still half dead.
You're right. That's a big robot. Big robot with big dreams. On the other side, we have a small robot with also equally as big dreams. I want to take a look at their POV here. Very nice. I believe this is the last match that we're going to be seeing today.
Well, this is the match before lunch.
Before lunch, and then we're going to take a lunch break, and we'll come back in like an hour or something.
Something like that.
Something like that.
We're a little bit off of the anticipated schedule now because of some issues in the morning, but
there we go.
Georgia Tech in the blue, University of Minnesota in the red. I really like the angular design of the University of Minnesota. Kind of reminds me of like a stealth bomber.
Oh yeah.
It's just these got these big black angular panels. It should do something similar. So those panels on like a stealth aircraft are deflecting radio signals and other waves in random directions to help scatter signals.
Yeah.
At least this way, the projectiles that miss the armor panels are just going to go
away,
crazy places.
Yeah.
Not that that like has any huge benefits.
And then like Georgia Tech's radar that they have on their robot is not going to pick it up, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Idea for you, Nikhil. What if you had like conical, like cone shaped, so that it like return to sender?
Oh, okay,
just have those
okay,
things bounce back.
Perfect. It bounces perfectly back.
You ricochet bot.
Ooh, I like that idea. Or you have one that all of it just hits your armor panel. Like no matter where it hits your bot, it hits your armor panel.
That'd be a terrible idea.
No, it's like playing it on a hard mode, you know?
Just to up the difficulty level?
Yeah, because you're too good, you know? It like nerfs you a little bit.
Gotcha. 4, 3,
oh my God,
2, 1. Bring on the bots.
North Star.
Uh-oh, University of Minnesota not moving. Their battery looks off. Their battery's doing something. That's not what a battery's supposed to look like. It looks like it's charging.
Blinking. Oh, how is that's not The one
Could
battery's
be.
charging the other battery. It's possible.
Could be, yeah, if they have two batteries and one of them is charging based off the other one. But Georgia Tech is taking these long shots, is doing a good job,
nice.
and takes down the University of Minnesota.
Wow. Hope they can fix whatever's happening by the next round. If it's just a battery thing, you know, they might have to replace the battery.
Georgia Tech is here, and they have a robot, and they won a round.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Teams are not allowed to go in and grab their robots yet. Just yet.
UMN checking out their bot, trying to figure out what happened from the other side.
Take a look at their POV to see if there's anything we can notice. Looks like chassis is red, gimbal's red, and then 17mm is red.
Yeah, I mean their chassis power is 0.0 watts. That's what I'm saying. They've got a weird main chassis battery power issue going on. I mean, obviously the referee system has some power, but they've got a real weird issue happening. They're trying to call one of their technical timeouts.
Could be a short. It's possible.
Sure, or I mean, they've put their battery in a position that I hate. It is directly under the armor panel. Oh, look, the gimbal now moved.
Oh,
the battery's still looking weird. Still looking like a charging DJI battery.
There you go. I don't Oh, red. Oh,
Yeah,
green
now they have 3 watts being used.
That's That's
All
good.
their modules are back online. Oh,
Okay. Oh, they're able
UMN.
to look around now.
Oh,
2-minute setup period has started.
don't want the timeout. Get 2 minutes.
Okay.
UMN's feeling a little more confident. They
They're
were
more
going to take a
confident.
technical timeout. They decided not to. I'm sure y'all heard at least part of that conversation. We're sitting right at the ref desk.
That let us know who you're rooting for.
20 seconds in, no one from UMN still in the field. They get in there. This is part that most teams don't think about, but those top-tier teams start to practice. I mean, we're 30 seconds in before UMN touches the robot. That's a quarter of your time.
That's
An
true.
eighth of your time.
Yeah.
A quarter of your time. I got there. I was
Okay,
there.
you were there the first time.
I was there the first time. That's a quarter of your time gone. I mean, maybe they really just needed to just turn it on. I don't know.
We'll see.
They've turned the robot, though. I can no longer see that battery. But what I was saying is having your battery exposed on the side like that has a lot of potential problems. One, those batteries are expensive. Getting hit with projectiles is not great for them. 2, the power button is exposed. I've had a robot turn off my battery before by shooting it.
That's unfortunate.
And then 3, when a battery is not vertical and does not have any cap in front of it, sudden motions, jerks, projectiles can cause it to unseat just a little bit from the harness.
Yeah.
Without fully removing the battery.
I see.
And then as showcased by, I believe it was CU in the Midwest Conference, and I want to say UW yesterday, they both had batteries fly out of their robots while spinning.
Yeah.
Again, that doesn't happen if you have some second physical thing that helps fasten down the battery, or your
Block the
battery is
battery
mounted in like a
there.
vertical manner. So horizontal battery mounting uncapped, not my favorite.
Oh yeah, looking at red team here, they're able to move their robot now, which is good.
All right, UMN.
Show us what you got.
Georgia Tech's projectiles looked great. The accuracy looked good. The hopper didn't close, but I don't know if that's not a big deal in 1v1s.
Yeah.
UMN's got a big team here. A lot of their crews standing behind their robot. Got to be a pretty nerve-wracking as we head straight into
5.
4.
Oh,
Let's go. There we go. Both bots moving now.
Moving around. There might be a little bit of a confrontation in the middle here.
The first exchange of projectiles in the middle yields
No
0
damage.
damage.
Few more projectiles launched here.
Let's take a peek in that red point of view. Are they able to launch projectiles? They have not launched projectiles yet.
All the projectiles have been launched by blue team right here.
I want to take a little peek at their projectile speed. I have a suspicion. Yeah. So Georgia Tech firing at like 17 meters per second, much slower than they're allowed to go, but a really safe speed.
Very safe.
Not hurting themselves. Just being able to move, though, UMN making Georgia Tech earn it. That's a big bot, but it's got
there
pretty
was
good
a little bit
mobility.
of damage done on red team here.
UMN needs to start firing back if they have a hope at winning round 2.
They just need a few shots off. Or some strategical bumps.
Strategic bumps would be illegal.
I think I heard the flywheel just turn off. They're good drivers on UMN or Minnesota. Oh, they're
And now into a corner. Georgia Tech has backed UMN against the wall, able to do a significant more amount of damage. 33 seconds left in the round, but both bots
this is
pause.
winnable. This is like winnable.
Definitely could go either way. They could pull a Purdue and just start shooting in the last 20 seconds.
That's true.
Take one more peek. Yeah, they still have
Oh, they're
yet to
exceeding
fire,
power
but only
limits.
80 projectiles left for the side of Georgia Tech. UMN doing a good job driving. They haven't bumped the outer wall at all. Such a big bot. Really navigating the map well. Unfortunately, still not able to fire any projectiles, and so that will go the way of Georgia Tech, who take down round 2. Georgia Tech looked good.
They look good. Yeah.
Looks like a robot with good, solid base functionality. It drives, it shoots, it launches projectiles very cleanly. They've kind of dodged that UTA issue.
Yeah.
They're shooting at like half projectile speed, keeps them free of any ref system issues.
Yeah. And then
So
I think Minnesota also did a very good job. They were able to like dodge a lot of the attack by just moving around.
Yeah.
And then, as you said, they have a massive robot, but they didn't really hit any barriers as well. So it's a good driver.
well, hear me out. Round 1, the robot did nothing. Round 2,
True.
it had chassis movement. So round 3, their next round,
They'll go
probably
win.
it shoots. Yeah, launches projectiles.
Yeah.
All right, Chad, thanks for hanging out. Thanks for being here. We are going to go take a lunch break now, but we will be back in a while.
It.
Check out the schedule. The link is in the top of chat. Scroll up, and we will see y'all later.